Lauren and Gibby. The Frangie Show starts now on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Hey, thanks for stopping by. Glad you're along for the ride on a Monday with Hayes Carline, Lauren Brooks, Andrew Gibson. I'm Frank Frangie. Lot to talk about. Got a third preseason game coming up this week with starters. Starters?
I think we may actually have starters.
Starters. Yeah, have you backed off your change his mind thing yet?
I have, because it looks like, at least if he wants, I mean, I would think Cam Robinson will be able to go. I mean, he will be 10 days removed from PUP. Got to think after, seeing him Saturday, Sunday, today, I would think that he'd be able to play at least 8 to 12 reps. So I don't know that it'll be as long as you would normally see in the third preseason game. But I think if you have Cam Robinson, Norwell and Taylor, I think are fine. So I think if you have Norwell, Taylor, obviously Linder's fine. The right guard's a battle, but they're both fine. So I think if you have Cam Robinson, I think that's the domino. So and I think they'll have him. So I think there's a good chance now that everybody will play. He wants everybody to play, and it's clear listening to John DeFilippo. He wants everybody to play. I think there was some real apprehension from Flip about having the Chiefs game be the first time that he's looking into their eyes, trying to make adjustments between possessions. So I think they'll play on Thursday now.
I'm ready for them to play. I've been, happy enough with watching Gardner Minshew in the backup offense. Maybe not so much the first game. Second game, okay. Now I'm ready to see Nick Foles. I do wonder, Hayes, if Cam Robinson isn't able to go, will he still, if all the other four starters are out there, if he'll play Nick Foles?
See, here's my thought on it. Number one, I think they need to play. I've said that all along. I don't know how long they need to play. We'll discuss that as we get going here. But I think they need to play for a myriad of reasons. Sometimes, too, there's this self-fulfilling prophecy. If you say and think you are something or appear to be something, then you become that something. They've looked lousy for 2 games. Now, common sense and logic says, well, that's because they haven't played any starters of note. For 2 games in a row, no starters of note. And if you play no starters of note, and the opposing team is the first game played all their starters for a quarter, the second game played their defensive starters for a quarter, you're going to look lousy. I get it. But whether it's because that seeped into their systems and they never got it going after that, or whether the other guy has better backups every time, they've looked lousy 2 games in a row. So your fan base watches and goes, dang, are we lousy? Right? Your team, your locker room will never say it, but they've got to be thinking, I mean, they were there internally, gosh, are we lousy? And no one's ever going to say that, but I think you need to have something positive happen, and that's only going to happen when the starters are in there together. So I think I think there's a psychology to it. I don't want to overthink it, but I think there's a psychology to play your best guys for a little while and make sure you're not lousy, right?
So you'd like to see 8 of 8 for Nick Foles?
Well, I at this point, I would settle for a field goal attempt in the first quarter, right? There hasn't been one of those.
Yeah, 53 to 10 has not been pleasant.
The first field goal attempt the first field goal attempt of the season was in the third quarter of the second game. The first field goal attempt. So, and I get why, but yeah, I think, and the beauty of how they've done it is if the starters play 1 quarter and have 2 touchdown drives, and the starting defense shuts them down for the whole quarter, and you end the quarter 14-0 or even 10-0, then you can shut them down the rest of the preseason because now, you know what I mean? Now the psychology is, okay, when our starters are in there, we're pretty good. Now let's everybody relax. Not just the fans, because you're not really doing it for the fans, but for your own locker room and your own team. All right, everybody relax. When it's ones-on-ones, we're up 10-0. The rest of the preseason doesn't matter.
What if the ones struggle against a subpar team in Miami?
There's that too. Then but then at least you've tried to control it. If the ones struggle, they struggle, but at least then they're not struggling because you weren't trying to change the message. So again, I'm probably overthinking the psychology of this a little bit, but I think it's in play at least to a point. And I want to see them. I want to see. We've gone to every practice that was open to the media. They're no longer open to the media except for the first 20 minutes. But we've gone to every camp practice just about that's open to this whole media, and it's been fun watching Conley and Chark and Westbrook and Foles. I want to see them against somebody else, right? I mean, and again, I get it. When the Chiefs come, we're going to. I understand how it works. I get it. So, but yeah, I want to see them. I'm excited about that. I also heard talk on the street. I've not been able to confirm or deny this. It's college football game week, Hayes Carline.
That's right.
That's what have you heard the same thing?
I have.
You have the same sources?
I do. That's
You're
sort
very
of
well
the word
sourced.
around the campfire.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
there might be a game Saturday in Orlando with a couple of teams we pay particularly close attention to.
There's also breaking news involving week-long attire. Did you know that?
Week-long attire.
Would you like to share that with everybody? Because what I've learned is Jacksonville wants to know this stuff. So please, with all of Jacksonville listening, will you share this?
I will be wearing orange and blue every day this week. It's very important. It's week 0, and I'm going to set this team off on the right foot.
She's literally going to wear orange and blue every day.
Well,
I think
Miami's
that's
orange.
Oh, yeah.
It
whatever.
is, but
It's okay.
I will
I'm
not be
okay
wearing
with
any
it.
green.
I kind of like this.
I'm committed.
This is a.
Dedicated
Like today
and
is,
focused.
but today is more Miami, I'd say, than Gators, right?
Well, I have on blue.
There's
on
no
the bottom.
green. There's no
There's
green.
no-
Oh.
And you can't see my skirt, but it's blue. It's an orange top. It's a blue skirt.
I can only see the orange.
Why does that look more Miami than Gators?
Because all I can see is the color of her shirt, which to me looks more Miami than it does Gators.
Isn't orange?
Well,
Well,
Tennessee
no, I
is
think
different.
orange. I think Miami is orange.
Okay, you don't
Like-
think it's a different kind of orange. Okay.
Yeah, I just
okay.
when I see orange, I think more Miami than I do.
Okay.
The Gators, I just
Have you
associate
had
blue with.
have you had the colorblind test lately?
I have not, and I
Okay.
have been drinking since about 11:30.
Okay, well then that's understandable then. I get that. So,
Hayes,
okay.
you're in blue. If you had orange shorts
Yeah.
on, we would be
There you go.
in the
Well,
same
he's
way.
told me-
This is
That's Gator Blue.
This is Gator Blue.
Okay, so
It
you-
is,
you
and
guys-
I've been
You guys have a
accused-
plan. I've
You're
got
wearing.
I've got a lavender
yeah,
shirt on.
I don't even know
I'm
what
not-
team you're
yeah,
excited
yeah,
to see.
yeah. You know what? It's a very weak LSU team. Is what it is. It's an LSU team that's no good anymore.
Lavender.
Whose shirts
Did you
have
say
been
lavender?
Yeah, I said lavender. Isn't that what it is?
Yeah, I feel like men would say purple, but lavender is much more correct.
Well, I'm sorry, my answer wasn't manly enough. It's a light
answer
purple.
is manly
It's
enough.
a light purple's what I got on. Girls call this lavender. Guys call it light
I always
purple.
find it funny when guys
Back in the
will
mine
use-
when we worked as we
when
what
guys
do we call
use like
that?
salmon for a shirt color, coral, whatever. I
That's
find that funny.
All right, so a lot of things to talk about today on the program. We will certainly talk about the Jags and how many guys they play. I want to get into college football. The top 25 is out. The AP top 25. The Gators are about where you think they would be. Want to talk? FSU had their media day. Want to get to that a little. A lot of fun stuff. This is it. It's on now. Quarterbacks are being named all over the place. NFL teams are starting to play some guys. This Antonio Brown thing is just comical at this point. Watched a lot of the Cowboys and the Rams. I got some thoughts about that. Got a lot of fun stuff to do, a little hardball as well. Tiger played. We'll talk about that. We are full up today. Glad you're with us on a Monday. This is 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
The Frangie Show, live from the law offices of Brett Hastings Studio on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Oh, yes, we can. And yes, we will. Because we've got
1010XL.
If you want a great bank, you want Center State Bank with 7 locations here on the First Coast. They do a terrific job. They really do. Whatever it is you need, they're a personal bank. And I go in all the time to this South Point location because I know I like them and it's kind of fun seeing them and they'll help me with all my banking needs. If you want to bank online, easy to do. They're ahead of the curve with all this technology. But if you want really good bankers to work with, you've got that too. You want a great bank? Florida's Business Bank is the best bank in town. It is Center State Bank.
Since 1948, Florida Pump Service has been servicing Northeast Florida with fast, reliable 24-hour pump service. Rick Ballou here. If you've ever stepped into a shower and found no water or gone to the faucet only to find nothing comes out, then you know the importance of your water pump. Florida Pump Service knows what your water means to you. Next time you have a well pump problem or question, call 269-0202 or visit floridapumpservice.com. Florida Pump Service. We make water happen.
This is Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute is proud to provide sports medicine services to not only the Jaguars, but also the Jacksonville Sharks, Armada Soccer Club, Jacksonville University, the Axemen, Florida State College of Jacks, and the majority of local high schools and community events. With the most experienced, caring, and fellowship-trained specialists in orthopedics, it's no wonder why coaches, parents, and athletes choose JOI. Give us a call at JOI 2000 or online at joi.net.
All offers are with approved credit and not a conjunction. See dealer for complete details. Summer of Jeep.
Our Jeep sale has been so successful, we're going to keep it going for a little longer.
So you can enjoy the biggest savings of the year.
At Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Arlington. Get a new Grand Cherokee and drive it today for as little as $269 a month. Get up to $3,000 off. Even Gladiator is on sale. It's a utility vehicle like no other. Take a brand new one home from just $329 a month. Save up to $4,000 on Renegade. Drive a new Cherokee from just $239 a month. You save up to $6,000 off MSRP.
See our inventory at #1CJD.com.
Tell us the car, truck, or SUV you're interested in, and we'll have it waiting for you in the shade, keeping it cool in the summer heat. Less than perfect credit?
No problem.
Our lenders want to make you a new car loan today. Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Arlington. Just honest and friendly service you can count on. 9600 Atlantic Boulevard.
Across from the Regency Square Mall.
Okay, honey. I think we need to call Mr. Rooter right now.
Why? What's happening? Did you replace the toilet?
Yeah, but I think I cracked the pipe. Holding it together now. This could be bad.
At Mr. Rooter, you get upfront flat rate pricing, not an estimated hourly rate. No matter how long the job takes, you'll know your cost right from the start. Drain your pipes, not your wallet, with flat rate pricing at Mr. Rooter Plumbing. There's a reason they call us Mr.
Jacksonville's Gator Station, 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
Hey, Leon, I hear Wingstop is now delivering those lemon pepper wings you like.
Hey, that's right. Wingstop now delivers through the app or online. Leon Searcy here. Now you can have all of your favorite mouth-watering flavors delivered right to your home or business.
I hear they have 5 locations now, too.
Yes, sir. So find yours or flip the script and download the app and click the delivery button. Wingstop.com.
Can't stop. Wingstop.
Are you in business? Do you have a need for commercial real estate? Whether you're buying or selling, call a team that's dedicated to helping you improve your rate of return. If you're buying or selling commercial real estate, or even a business, go to PantheonRealty.com. Click on the special offer button to find out how Pantheon Realty Group's exclusive offer may be unlike any other commercial real estate brokerage. Pantheon's offer will help you improve your bottom line. Visit PantheonRealty.com. That's PantheonRealty.com.
At Harrell & Harrell, we represent people who've been injured in an accident, not insurance companies or corporations. Helping real people is what we do. That's our job. Harrell & Harrell. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
Offices, Jacksonville.
Gentlemen, discover the new medical treatment that Viagra doesn't want you to know about. I'm Bradley I with Synergenics Elite Health, and we offer GainsWave. It's a simple 20-minute in-office procedure. GainsWave is non-invasive, and it restores the poor blood flow that causes ED. Stop popping pills and scheduling intimacy. Call 904-500-5500. Consultations are free. Mention this radio station for $150 off your first treatment. Call Synergenics Elite Health at 904-500-5500 to learn about the GainsWave ED treatment today.
Is that honey-do list getting too long or repairs piling up? Call the Honeydew Service because they're ready to take on any repair, maintenance, or home improvement, all with a 1-year work warranty. Whether it's any home repair or a kitchen or bathroom remodel, no job is too big or small for Honeydew.
Hi, I'm David Spivey with the Honeydew Service. We are local and veteran-owned, and we want to tackle all your home repair needs. So call us today at 862-6882 or go to honeydewservice.net.
Injuries affect your roster.
Oh, yeah, the injured hamstring.
And they can affect the way the game is coached and played.
It's a different dynamic when he's in the game.
Listen for the personal injury attorney's Farah and Farah Injury Update on 1010XL. This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
Back to an all-purpose staffing Monday, staffing your business with qualified employees. It's all-purpose staffing.
Hey, we really do thank our friends from All Purpose. Man, they do a terrific job. Call them at 219-1515. If you need work, they're going to pay you more than minimum wage. They're going to make sure you are ready for the interview, that you're ready for the job they're going to put you in. It may last for a while, too, so if you're not sure what to do and you need a little work, it doesn't matter what category of employee you are. It can be clerical, it can be construction, it can be anywhere in between. If you want work, tell them what you want to do. They'll find you the job. That's pretty cool stuff. 219-1515. All-purpose staffing will put you with the right employer. And if you need work, or if you need workers, they'll handle it for you as well. 219-1515, the number to call. With Lauren Brooks, Andrew Gibson, and Hayes Carline, I'm Frank Frangie. Thanks for joining us on this Monday, brought to you by All-Purpose Staffing. It is game week in college football. The Florida Gators have released their depth chart. No real surprises. We'll get to it in just a bit. But let's start with the Jags. So how long, Hayes, you're in charge. Do you still feel like you wouldn't play him very long? Because I'd let him go for a while.
Yeah, I don't know that I'd let him go. I still worry about Cam Robinson. Probably, can he go 20 snaps? I mean, is he there yet? Is his conditioning there yet? So that'd probably be about my cap on it. But it is tough because we're not seeing a full practice. We're just getting kind of a sliver of where he is at from a conditioning standpoint. But I'd probably look at 20 plays. I'd like for them to be able to have a couple opportunities to come off to the bench, have Flip talk about him, have the assistants go through some adjustments, start to get some degree of communication to take into the Kansas City week. Because, again, Flip has never been the coordinator with Foles. They have a relationship, but it was his quarterback's coach. So it is a little different on game day now. So I even though there's a familiarity with those two, I do think it would be beneficial for them to have an in-game situation where they can sort of talk, communicate on the fly. Hey, this is what I'm seeing. Okay, let's switch to this. Things like that. So, but I think it's important for the offensive line. I think if Will Richardson ends up being the starter, I think it's important for him to go through that. Conley's new. There's everything on offense is so new. So I think it would be good for them to maybe go through a post-possession session a couple of times. So, if things went well, if in 20 snaps I've got a touchdown, another drive that at least generated one first down, then I'd probably only need to see him for about 20 snaps.
I'd like to see a lot more of the offense, I think, than the defense. I'm okay if Calais Campbell doesn't play, if Marcel Darius doesn't play, if Yannick Ngakoue doesn't play. But offensively, other than Fournette, if Cam Robinson is able to go, I would like to see the offense move the ball effectively, and they should make Miami look bad. That's kind of my goal for the starters on offense.
All right, you're going to hear from a lot of the players. Hayes caught up with a bunch of guys. Najee Good, who's a starter today. He's a starter today next to Miles Jack on the inside. Calais Campbell, always good to hear from Calais, and Yannick Ngakoue, one of the better pass rushers in the league. You're going to hear from all three of those guys coming up on our program between now and 7 o'clock, so stay tuned. Lots of Jaguars talk as we get closer and closer to the regular season. I want to see them all. My guess is I'm not convinced you're going to see Quincy Williams this week. I don't know that I would rush that one. He just got hurt. That's a new injury. So I don't know that you're going to see him this week. I wouldn't be surprised to see he or even Juwan Taylor, and Doug spoke to this, next week for a series. Now, normally nobody plays in Game 4, but just to get him out there, just to knock the rust off a little bit, a series or two. So I wasn't surprised to hear him say it. That didn't surprise me.
No, and I think he threw Josh Oliver in there as well.
I think he did,
if he's cleared. And, that would make sense to get him out there for a little bit in the fourth game just to get some level of acclimation before, particularly for Quincy Williams, before you're dealing with Andy Reid, Mahomes, and all the weapons Kansas City throws at you.
How do they feel like Najee Goods played, Hayes?
Because really well.
Yeah, he's played pretty well, hadn't he? I mean, this is a guy, a bit of a journeyman, that came here, and you all knew the situation. No Telvin, no veteran to replace Telvin. Miles Jack, a relatively young player, is certainly the dean of the linebacking corps, just like that. Quincy Williams is going to stand next to him, who is a rookie. Leon Jacobs is going to stand on the other side of him when they're in base, who's a second-year player who didn't play a lot last year because they don't play base a lot. That is a young core, and then you lose Quincy Williams for most of camp, and along comes Najee Good. I tell you what, watching the practices, watching the joint practice in Baltimore, watching all the camp we've watched, calling both games, at least from where I sit, he showed up, hasn't he? I mean, he might be – that might be one of those rare finds that every team hopes to have, right? Every team hopes to find that guy that wasn't penciled into your mindset. Najee Good might be that guy.
He might be, and you always hope to find that sort of veteran gem out there. I mean, Najee Good is 30 years old.
Right.
He's certainly been in the league a long time, played in a lot of games, and It could be a real – his versatility, I think, is what's so attractive for the Jaguars is they do feel like he can play weak side. They feel like he can play in the middle. And, again, he's seen a lot of things. His first year in the league was 2012. So, I mean, I think it's good to have a player that has that sort of savvy. And, you always hope that there's that one more year left in that career. And, it looks like right now Najee Good may still have some really good football left in him.
I wonder, once Quincy Williams is healthy, is there then a battle for the weak side linebacker position, or do they automatically put Quincy back in there? Obviously, they really liked him, but he doesn't have the experience that Good has.
Well, a battle would be fantastic. I mean, if you let them – now, there's not a lot of time to practice the battle. In the NFL, first-teamers get most of the first-team reps. So one guy's got to get the reps because what happens, particularly week one, you're preparing for one of the best offensive minds in football and maybe the strongest arm in football in your first game. So whoever gets your reps again, once your scout team is running Chiefs stuff, whoever gets your reps needs the reps. Whoever's going to play, whoever you presume is playing in that game needs the reps. But so it's hard to compete because you don't have equal time. But it's nice to have two guys who can play it. I think that's the point. I've got to believe Quincy Williams is the starter. I've got to believe when Quincy Williams is healthy, he'd have to play himself out of that spot. Don't you think?
I do, just because they were so thrilled with his progress that first week of camp.
Yeah,
so I would think he'd
have to play his play.
I just wonder if in that first game, if he's not able to play, let's say, the fourth preseason game, you're then going to put a rookie who's never had any NFL action in against a high-powered offense with a very smart coach who can take advantage of any weak spots. So that's why I wonder if maybe Good has a leg up until, they get a little farther.
I hear you. There's something to be said for that. Not only are you playing a rookie against Andy Reid and Pat Mahomes, you're playing a rookie who didn't play a lot against a lot of NFL-type talent in college because he played at a small school. And now it's a rookie who all that and didn't get much camp. So against Andy Reid and Pat Mahomes. I hear you. That's a lot. There's a lot of value to that point. I get it. I totally get it. A lot of validity, I should say, to that point. So we'll see. I'm excited about Foles, man. I was excited the day he signed. I was excited the day we heard he was going to sign. I'm excited about watching him in practice every day. It's fun watching him warm up. He's warmed up for these games. He's in uniform warming up and then doesn't play, and I get it. I'm excited about Nick Foles. I'm excited about watching him run out. I'm excited about watching him call a play, watching him come to the line, change a play. I need a change play. It's not a good play for me unless you change one. I got to have it changed, don't you?
I do.
Get me out of a bad play one time, Nick, for me to be happy.
He can't shout Omaha, but what would we suggest? Maybe he could shout could he shout Brunel?
Brunel Duval?
Duval. Well,
what do you think? Peppercorn?
Peppercorn.
Salmon? What's he to yell? You got to yell something, though, right?
I was thinking.
Why do you got to hit on Peppercorn? Peppercorn would be a great thing for a quarterback.
He's into yoga, so maybe he calls out namaste.
That's perfect. The heck
Meester, Meester's fun to call out.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe.
But I can't wait to see him.
Another man's name seems weird.
I want
Meester. It kind of does sound like a city in the Midwest somewhere.
Yeah, it does. Because of Worcester,
I'm from Meester, Iowa.
See, to me, it sounds like a city in Germany. So there's that. But I want to see all three receivers. I want to see. Even if it's and I am okay with if it goes well a couple series. And I've always been bubble wrap guy. I'm bubble wrap guy. So 27 makes me nervous. A draw play gets loose for 12 yards. I'm good, right? That's one guy I'm good with. That's okay. Draw play to Fournette to the 20, to the 25, 30, 32-yard line. It's a 12-yard game. Okay, I'm good. Mm-hmm. Okay. And Fournette runs to the sideline. Let's go to Rick Ballou. Frank Fournette's done for the game. I'm totally okay with that. Okay, I'm totally okay.
I don't know that he plays
at all.
Yeah.
I think they're all playing. Don't you sense?
I do.
I think they're all playing. I think they're all. I'm pretty sure they're all.
I'm okay with him not playing.
Yeah,
I will say that.
I'm
okay with Jalen Ramsey not playing.
And I get it. Jalen will be all right. Jalen will play if he's hurt. But I do think my gut tells me a quarter. My gut tells me 15, 20 plays, give or take, and then you're good. And then you put the helmet on ice until the Chiefs come to town. So other thoughts before we get to college stuff. You've been around them. We can't watch practice as much. I think because they practiced all weekend, you were there all weekend long, and then again today at the presser, you can get a feel that maybe the rest of us can't because we're not watching practice like we were. about general feeling about the team. I mean, again, there are some nobody. I don't think there's any sky is falling because everybody knows the starters haven't played. There's no sky. The sky isn't falling, but there is a little bit of. Whew, I sure would like to see a little bit of positivity. Do you sense that around the team, or is it more of a calm?
I think it's calm around the team, but it is interesting when you encounter fans in the city that aren't diehard. They follow the Jaguars, but it's not a locked in, I know every player on the team kind of fan. The feeling that I've seen from the casual fan is that, oh boy, they're terrible. And it's like, well, hang on. You know, between games 1 and 2, they sat a combined like 60 players.
Right.
They've sat 30 in each game. But I think inside they understand that it's just been, you know, basically trying to get through those 2 weeks with a minimal amount of injuries, and they have accomplished that by not playing the starters. So I don't get a sense at all that there's any sort of collective panic. I think there's some players that aren't performing up to the level that they were hoping they would. But I think in terms of the collective, and the counter of that is there's probably more players that are pleasant surprises for them than there are players that haven't taken the step they were hoping for. So I think there's still a feeling of optimism in the building that once they get to the regular season, it's tough. You're opening with one of the, you know, most difficult teams to face in the NFL. But I think they're very optimistic about what they can do because they're balanced on offense. Fournette looks like a different player. And I think they can stretch the field in the passing game and keep defenses honest. And the defense is, I mean, if the defense really could be on that, it may not get the turnovers because some of it's luck, but it could be on that 2017 level because they never thought they'd have another impactful edge rusher. And now you have Josh Allen coming in, and every time you walk in that building, you have somebody tell you, don't be surprised if Josh Allen gets 8 or 9 sacks this year.
I get the sense that there's nobody panicking. I also will tell you this. I still say when your biggest battles left are, can Koyak hold off the undrafted rookie Jones to be the 4th tight end? And can Terrell Pryor hold off McBride to be the 6th receiver? If those are the only real battle, and ones like that, if those are the only real battles you're talking about, then you still feel confident in your roster. You're not looking for a dramatic acquisition. I can't think of any spot on there. I don't think I'd mind a veteran tackle if one came available, although they don't. But, I mean, I don't think I'd mind that. I'm thinking, is there a linebacker? Maybe, but there's not a lot of spots. The secondary is going to be very good. There's enough running backs, I think. I think if Armstead – by the way, will Armstead play this week?
I think so. I interviewed him today, so we'll hopefully have that for tomorrow's show. And, I think he's in a good place. And, I mean, I don't know why he wouldn't because he's cleared.
Yeah.
And it was – once you're cleared from a concussion, there's nothing really holding you back. So, yeah, I would think Rock Armstead gets substantial work on Thursday.
That would be good to see. I think tight end. If a veteran tight end became available, I don't know that this team has a good enough tight end group to turn that down.
It's funny. There's a lot of them in the league, man. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them around. How many times did you watch a game on NFL Network over the weekend and somebody's 3rd tight end was pretty good? You know, that's the one spot where team tight end 3 and tight end 4 are pretty good. So we'll see. Let's take a break and turn it to college football. Gators and Canes this week. A lot to talk about that one. We'll discuss it after this.
The Frangie Show, live from the law offices of Brett Hastings' studio on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
I think it's time. Football season is here. The station with the best Jaguars coverage.
You here with the mission, sir?
Is 1010XL 92.5 FM.
That's right, football season is here, so one thing you don't want to do, well, that's clean your house and constantly have it ready for people to traipse through it as you go to sell it. So instead, use my friends at Open Door. Lauren Brooks here, and trust me, Open Door's website is so easy to use and the process could not be simpler. Open Door buys a home every 34 minutes, so yours can be next. Whether you're looking to sell your home soon or down the line in the future, it is always good to know that you can by having a competitive offer on your house which you can get from Open Door within just 24 hours. You can join the hundreds of thousands of people who have gotten their Open Door all-cash offer. I just entered my home details on the website and my neighborhood information, and I received my free, no-obligation offer in just 24 hours. So why wait to sell your home? Get your offer today at opendoor.com/myoffer. That's opendoor.com/myoffer to get your free offer today.
The Chevy All-Star Open House is here, and it's time to discover Chevy vehicles your way. Browse the showroom, honk the horn, pop the liftgate, fold the seats, lift the hood, kick the tires, test the modes, feel the power, see the deals. Now's your chance to check out Chevy's All-Star lineup. With great vehicles like the all-new Silverado Equinox and Malibu, it's no wonder people are switching to Chevy. And with the deals we've got on our All-Star lineup, you might be next. Join us at the Chevy All-Star Open House and open the door to a new Chevy. Right now, get 20% below MSRP on all 2019 Silverado Double Cab pickups. That's over $9,700 on an all-new 2019 Silverado Double Cab LT All-Star Z71. See your Southern Chevy dealers. Based on $48,775 MSRP, offer includes $2,860 price reduction below MSRP and $6,895 cash allowance. Not available with special financing, lease, and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 9/3/19. See participating dealer for details.
My name is Janice. I'm a client of Brett Hastings. Brett is the most brilliant, diligent, hardworking attorney I have ever met. He is truly dedicated to his clients and fights for them to the very end. Brett fought hard to win a large personal injury lawsuit for me. They are the very best legal team I have ever met. I would hire them again in a heartbeat.
Learn more at justiceforjacksonville.com. Law offices of Brett Hastings, where the injured find justice.
I really couldn't play golf. I couldn't even walk very far.
Here's Nancy Anderson to talk about her experience with Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
I chose Southeast Orthopedic Specialist because of the reputation of the different surgeons and the hospital experience, and just overall, I'd heard so many great things. And truly, my life is enriched tenfold because now I can do anything.
Get your body moving again with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. Find out more at se-ortho.com.
This is 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
Hey Jacksonville, Wally here from Pro Drivers. If you need professional drivers to keep your business running, I want to talk with you about helping you find better drivers and better results for your business. Call me at 904-801-9451.
Types of timber, cuts of meat, cooking times, temperatures, rubs, seasonings, sauces. You name it, they know it. It's what makes them who they are. Walking, talking barbecue encyclopedias, or as we call them, Sonny's Pitmasters. And we couldn't be more proud of them. Come see them in action at a Sonny's Barbecue near you. Sonny's Barbecue. Local Pitmasters since '68. For menu and locations, visit sonnysbarbecue.com.
For the best price and service when it comes to your waste hauling and collecting, look no further than the A-Team at All-American Roll-Off and Recycling. Jet Prosser here, and let me tell you, you're not going to find an easier way to handle your project cleanups than calling in the A-Team at All-American. A J.B. Coxwell company, All-American Roll-Off and Recycling has brand new trucks and cans in all sizes to fit your project needs. No hidden fees. Count on the best price in town. When it comes to cleaning up when the job is done, go with the A-Team at All-American Roll-Off and Recycling. Visit us at all-americanrolloff.com.
American Electrical Contracting, wired right at a fair price.
Check out their mobile electrician website. Want to set up a service call on the go? Use your tablet or smartphone and take advantage of online bookings for all your electrical needs. Streamline the process. Click the service request button at american-electrical.com.
American Electrical Contracting, wired right at a fair price.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. By now, everyone has heard about saving money on their energy bills. There are all sorts of things you can do to cut energy costs, but most people don't think about their windows.
But Window World knows that the biggest energy loss in almost every home is the windows. There is more energy loss from old builder-grade windows than just about anything else in your home.
You can upgrade your heating and air, your appliances, that's good too. But before you do all that, upgrade your windows to Window World's energy-efficient windows.
Window World's windows are easy to clean, energy efficient, and have the best guarantee in the business.
Window World's slogan is simply the best for less, and we mean it. You get great American-made windows, and you get to keep more of your money when you buy from Window World. Need any more reasons to buy your windows from Window World? Call them today and set up your free in-home estimate, or go online to windowworldneflorida.com.
Window World.
Simply the best for less. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors and siding.
This is the hacker Ryan Green. Be listening for my high school football previews, preparing you for the first Friday night of the prep season on August 23rd. Presented by Air Engineers Heating and Air Conditioning, a service experts company, and Community First Credit Union.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
It's an all-purpose staffing Monday. If you're looking for a position or if your business is looking for qualified employees, your answer is all-purpose staffing.
And it is always an all-purpose staffing here on a Monday. Look, if you want to make more than minimum wage and you're a carpenter, a painter, an electrician, a roofer, a landscaper, any of those types of jobs, well, all-purpose staffing is always going to pay more than minimum wage. So give our friend Dan a call at 219-1515 today. Florida and Miami, finally, week 0 has arrived, and kickoff is this Saturday night at 7 o'clock. Florida released the depth chart, the all-important depth chart, and we all know Dan Mullen loves the OR, which is listing 2 players at the position, so he's not really giving much away. And Dan Mullen, certainly in his press conference today, was also not giving away if there are any suspensions. That is the hot button. But, gentlemen, what surprised you, if anything, about this first depth chart?
Depth chart, nothing surprised me. Depth chart, they line up all the receivers there together, and some play and some don't. And if there's a suspension, they're not telling anybody, nor would I, by the way. If Kadarius Toney or Joe Blow is not playing, I wouldn't tell anybody someone's not playing. I'd let Miami prepare for them. So the depth chart didn't surprise me at all. It's about what I thought. It's a good depth chart. It's if there's one thing that grabbed my attention, is linebacker opposite David Reese is a concern because no one's played very much. Amari Burney is listed there and as the nickel, as a backup nickel, which is interesting. And that's where, by the way, Huggins would be the backup if not. And Ventrell Miller and James Houston haven't played, so that's a position of interest. But I got thinking about this game. Is this as big a game as Florida has played in terms of what it means to how they are viewed? Since when? When is the last time a Florida game the Gators have had a game that this much rode on it in terms of perception? I'm trying to think. Hick and I were doing the podcast this morning, and I'm thinking it's been a long time, because they haven't been relevant in a long time. And last year didn't matter. I mean, last year they gained some relevance, but nobody expected them to. So, I mean, maybe that 2012 Georgia game that they barely lost, because had they won that thing, they would have been, who knows what they would have been playing for at the end. But boy, oh boy, it's been a long time since a game has mattered this much to Florida, at least in my mind.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the only thing that I can think of in terms of the McElwain era was beating Ole Miss so badly when they were top 10. And
that was a result, not an importance going into the game. But you're right. The result did that.
But the feeling that night was, wow, Florida may really have something.
Sky's the limit.
And now it was Ole Miss, and they ended up coming back to earth, and they were cheating, and Will Grier got suspended. And
that's a good call, though. That's around the time that Florida seemed to be on the cusp again.
Yeah, the thing that's tough about this game for Florida is I don't know that it's a statement win. Like, it is for the Gator fan base because they've lived through the struggles against Miami. But I think if you're in any other part of the country, I don't think you're going to look at this as a statement win just because, if Florida beats Miami, then Miami's probably not going to look very good. And it's going to be easy for, I think, national analysts to say, well, Miami is, they got a new coach and they don't have an offense and they may lose 3 more games. So it's a difficult game because I don't think you gain much of it from a national perspective. It's not that statement win. I mean, Florida can beat Miami 27-3, and I don't think it's gonna make a huge impact on how people view Florida. I think people will just view Miami negatively. So it's tough from that regard. I think it's definitely in the picture of games you can't lose. Florida hasn't had very many because they just haven't been good for a while, where it's a game that this is a game you can't lose. And I think for Florida, it's there. I think that not much great comes from winning it. To me, this is a lot like, take the rivalry aspect away, it's a lot like at Missouri in November. I mean, it's one of those that you're worried about it because of recent results, but if you beat Missouri at Missouri, no one around the nation cares. You're supposed to do it if you're Florida. If you lose, then it's like you feel like all your momentum has gone away. So I think it's more that game for the Gators, which I think makes it more dangerous.
I think Missouri's a better team than Miami, so that one wouldn't surprise me that if Florida was to lose one of the two of them. What about Florida-Michigan 2017? In Dallas.
Good call.
To me, there was a lot riding on that.
That's a great comparison. You're right.
And obviously, it didn't go the Gators' way. Lost 33-17.
Because if they had won that game, people would have bought in, wouldn't they?
Right.
That's a good
McElwain
point.
was teetering really already at that point, and so to me, there was.
But he wasn't teetering. He would. To your point, people were excited. If that was the year his offensive line was repaired, and that was the year he was ready to go. And so that's a great call, Lauren, because that's another. But they laid an egg.
Right. So I guess that's why I say he was teetering.
Yeah, he was teetering after.
After, yeah.
Yeah. So, but you're right. That only this time, you kind of hoped Florida might win that game, but I don't know that they're roundly expected to win. I bet they were underdogs in the game. I think
so.
Here, they're roundly expected to win the game. So, Hayes, I agree with some of what you said. I say this all the time. There's games you want to win, and there's games you better not lose. This is a you better not lose game because all that momentum, you'll look like frauds. Last year will look like, okay, they really weren't that good. They were down 21-3 at Vanderbilt and came back and won. They were down 31-14 at home against South Carolina in the fourth quarter and somehow won. But they really weren't that good. They had a fluky win here or there. And you know what? Florida's not. Felipe's Felipe. Florida's not. It's going to be a while. That will be no matter what happens. If Miami scores one more point than Florida in that game, that's the perception. Like it or not. So you have to find a way to win the game just to keep the momentum going. But this one has a big feel to it because it's Miami and the logo. Because Miami, at some point, people believe is going to come back, whether I buy it or not. And everybody's watching. See that Missouri game you're talking about? If they lose that Missouri game, you're probably right, Hayes. It might be the same impact. But I'm not sure how many people notice. Everybody's noticing this one. Voters, talking heads, opposing fans, your fans. This will get into the psychology of your team regardless of what happens. So to me, to that end, the most gigantic question about this Florida team to me, bigger than Felipe and replacing the pass rushers and is Marco Wilson healthy and blah, blah, blah. The biggest question about the Gators to me, and it trumps every other question, is are they still that team last year that played with a chip on their shoulder and a physicality and a toughness and that were so well conditioned that they won every fourth quarter? Are they that team, that blue collar, we may not be better than you, but we may out tough you team? Because that's kind of who they were last year. They team had a chip on its shoulder, man. Or did they read their own press clippings? Because, man, there's been a lot of press clippings. From the minute that Michigan game ended till right now, there have been a bunch of Florida's back press clippings. That's been the Florida's back, Florida's back, Florida's back. How many times have you read it, heard it, thought it, said it? Florida's back. It happened. Mullen brought them back in 1 year. They're back, they're back, they're back, they're back. Well, have they read those press clippings? Dan Mullen was great at not letting that happen. The only game they were asleep at the wheel last year was Missouri, and Mullen allowed afterwards. That was probably a little bit of a Georgia hangover. And then he kind of caught himself afterwards and said, I shouldn't say that. That's not giving Missouri enough credit. Remember that after one of the games he said that? And then he caught himself and said, I shouldn't say that. It's not fair to Missouri. But it is in part what happened. Which team is back? Which team is this? Is it that feisty chip on your shoulder, we still have an edge, we're still going to play like nobody believes in us? As much of a cliche as that is, it really does happen. It's real. Or are they entitled? Have they read their press clippings about everybody telling them how good they are? And my gut tells me Mullen won't let that happen. That's my gut. But that's the big question, is which of those two teams they are.
Yeah, and if they're not ready for this game, then I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, I mean, it's if he can't get Florida ready for Saturday, week 0, playing the Canes in Orlando, then he's got a massive problem.
Well, it won't be if they're not. It wouldn't be a motivational problem. It would be a we think we're better than we are problem. You know what I mean? Some team. I hear you, but I think some teams, when teams get upset, I don't know, and I guess it's kind of the same thing. I hear you, but I think it's this whole off season. Do they still have something to prove? The beauty of it is they got no attention in Birmingham. No matter how much we've all talked about their back, they were one guy made the preseason All-SEC team, right? C.J. Henderson.
Mm-hmm.
They got no votes. They got no attention. It was the Georgia and Alabama show, by the way, which is what it should have been. It should be but that helps a little bit. I could even sense it. Could you sense it when we were there a little bit? I could say, could you feel that a little bit, Lauren? That they're like, well, we're not even here. We're trying to have a swag here, but everyone wants us to get through quick so they can talk to Alabama and Georgia, right? I sensed it.
I don't know if the Florida players felt that way. I think they were enjoying their moment in the sun, but certainly media people were far more interested in the Georgia and Alabama story.
Because they're better than Miami. They're better. They should beat Miami. They really, if on paper is correct, they should probably beat Miami by double digits, right?
Yes.
They should beat Miami by double digits.
One team is ranked eighth. One team is unranked.
Yeah, eighth should be, and again, Canes fans, before you call me Homer Guy, take Homer Guy out for a second. Lauren just said it. Eighth in the country versus unranked usually means a double-digit win. Not always, but usually eighth versus unranked, no matter who the teams are. It could be USC playing Colorado, but if USC was eighth and Colorado was unranked, you would think that's a double-digit win. You would think they're double-digit better. That's how it is. So, but it's a big, big, big game. I mean, is it a big game for Franks? Big game for Mullen? Big game for Grantham? Big game.
Mullen praised Felipe Franks today, and I don't think he would have done that if he wasn't truly confident in his signal caller. You don't say that the biggest week of his college football career at this point. I don't think you say that out loud if you don't truly believe it.
Yeah, and I do think he believes it. But you know what else too? He's great at that part of the psychology. He knows when to beat up his guy. He knows when to build up his guy. He wants Felipe believe. I think Felipe is better when Felipe believes in Felipe. He's not going to be lazy. Felipe is not going to be asleep at the wheel. He's a guy that's got to gain some confidence. I think that's what that's about.
Yeah, and if I'm Mullen, I'm opening with 7 straight passes.
Right.
I mean, I'm putting it all on Felipe Franks, and I'm telling him, go out there and give me a 21-0 lead. Because if Florida can go out there and put any doubt in Miami early, they can knock him out right out of the gate. So, I mean, I know he's got P. Ryan. He's got some outstanding running backs. You like to ease a quarterback into a game. With these receivers and with Felipe's confidence that you'd like to think is at its highest point, I would say, Felipe, we're going to go out there, and I'll be disappointed if we don't end the first quarter with you having 150 yards through the air.
It'll be fun to see the way they play it.
Well, and the one thing about the reading their press clippings, the only thing I would say to debate that a little bit is there's been a lot of negative press surrounding Florida. Not necessarily the players this season, but there's been all the transfers and guys getting in trouble and now the academically ineligible guys. And so I don't know that it's been all positive to where they would be, kind of brushing their shoulders off and feeling like they're the greatest team since sliced bread.
Yeah, but nobody said anything negative about the team. All they've said negative is about transfers and trouble. Nobody has said, well, they're not good enough to blah, blah, blah. So we'll see. We'll see. And again, part of being a really good coach, and we'll see how good Dan Mullen is. I tend to think he's pretty good. I think we all do. But part of that is managing the changing climate. That's coaching. Can you manage your team when nobody thinks they're very good? Can you manage your team when people think, they're pretty good? Now can you manage your team when people think they might be really good? That's part of the whole deal. That's part of the fun of it is, can you manage your team when the expectations change and when the outside perception changes? And the truth of the matter is we're about to find that out. So what a day, though. What a fun day that's going to be. I'm going to wake up early, have a little oatmeal. You have a little oatmeal in the morning?
Oatmeal?
How can you not have oatmeal on a big day like that? Yeah, but it's a big day.
I'll have
maybe cinnamon brown sugar oatmeal.
What a normal person eats, which is
Would you cut bananas
hot
and put that in there?
Scrambled eggs.
You don't put banana.
Bacon or
but this
sausage.
might be but this isn't a normal day. This might be cinnamon brown sugar oatmeal with sliced bananas. I'm just telling you, it's the kind of day that might be that.
That is way too sweet for breakfast.
What about that? Hey,
way too sweet.
Where's
the protein?
Doesn't it feel a little bit like an oatmeal day?
You need your protein.
It feels like oatmeal.
It feels like an oatmeal day. I mean, you don't get those every day. Have your protein on Tuesday. You know what Tuesday is? Protein day.
You know who eats
You know
oatmeal?
what that is?
Like
Oatmeal day.
Joe Cowart and everyone else over 80. Nobody eats oatmeal.
But it gives you that great base for drinking later.
Yes, it does.
So do my eggs and
A
my bacon or
solid
my
foundation.
sausage.
Let's talk a little more college football when we come back. The AP Top 25 is out. That and more we continue. Stay with us.
The Frangie Show, live from the law offices of Brett Hastings Studio on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Hey, look, if you want a great barbecue, no debate there. You go to Bono's. Brooks and I go there on Mondays and plan our sales week. And, man, was it good today? It's always good. We go to that Bowden Road location. But there's 15 locations in town. They're all good. Fast, friendly service, clean family restaurants, and just great barbecue, man. If you love barbecue in this town, for the longest time, you've known the answer. You want great barbecue. You want the official barbecue of the Jaguars. That means you want Bono's.
I suppose the most obvious question is, what is this? I believe it is our fate to be here. It is our destiny. It is
1010XL.
Honey, come to bed.
Yes, sir. Things sure have changed since you went to Men's Choice Medical Center, and I love it.
Men's Choice Medical Center can help you regain a great sex life. The brand name pills don't work for everyone and can have serious side effects. Diabetes, hypertension, and prostate issues can bring on erectile dysfunction. We can help with doctor-prescribed, custom-blended medications, and we guarantee results on your first visit or it's free. Men's Choice.
Women's Choice, too.
Call 904-452-7111. That's 452-7111.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
All numbers are with approved credit in Mannequin Junction. See dealer for complete details. Summer of Jeep.
Our Jeep sale has been so successful, we're going to keep it going for a little longer.
So you can enjoy the biggest savings of the year.
At Jacksonville, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Arlington. Save up to $4,000 on Renegade. Drive a new Cherokee from just $239 a month. You save up to $6,000 off MSRP. Less than perfect credit?
No problem.
Our lenders want to make you a new car loan today. Jacksonville, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Arlington. 9600 Atlantic Boulevard.
Frank Frangie here for Center State Bank, Florida's business bank, but also a bank you could trust. You see, that's the big thing. I've got to trust my banker. Trust that they are truly skilled bankers, but also that my needs matter. My bankers at Center State Bank know me. They know what I need. Whether it's personal, business, loans, or beyond, they know me and I trust them. In the world of banking, that relationship really matters. A bank you can trust. Center State Bank, with 7 locations in Jacksonville and St. Augustine, Florida's business bank.
This is Kamal Basali, the head team physician for your Jacksonville Armada. Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute is proud to provide sports medicine services to not only the Armada, but also the Jaguars, Sharks, Jacksonville University, Axemen, Florida State College of Jacksonville, and the majority of local high schools and community events. With the most experienced, caring, and fellowship-trained specialists in orthopedics, it's no wonder why coaches, parents, and athletes choose JOI. Give us a call at JOI 2000 or online at JOI.net. Go where the pros go.
When's the last time you had fun mowing the yard? Gravely thought so. It's time to check out the industry-leading ZTHD series mower along with the full line of Gravely zero-turn mowers. Fast, efficient, and fun to operate. Zip through your yard work, getting the job done right, having time left for family, and enjoying your weekend. The full line of Gravely zero-turn mowers is perfect for the landscaper, but priced for the homeowner. Get 0% financing with approved credit at Coastal Equipment.
Is that honeydew list getting too long or repairs piling up? Call the Honeydew Service because they're ready to take on any repair, maintenance, or home improvement, all with a 1-year work warranty. Whether it's any home repair or a kitchen or bathroom remodel, no job is too big or small for Honeydew.
Hi, I'm David Spivey with the Honeydew Service. We are local and veteran-owned, and we want to tackle all your home repair needs. So call us today at 862-6882 or go to honeydewservice.net.
Attention Jags fans, Money Pages is giving away 4,000 preseason tickets to celebrate the 25th season of the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is your chance for you and a friend to win free preseason tickets. All you have to do is download the free Money Pages app today, and you can enter to win. The savings don't stop there. When you download the free Money Pages mobile app, you'll unlock great local savings on the go. Good luck, and go Jaguars!
No purchase necessary. At least 18. Void outside Florida and Georgia. See moneypagesticketgiveaway.com for entry dates and official rules.
Right now, they're on their way to disrupt your life, make you uncomfortable, and rob you. Don't bother calling the police. They can't help. That's right. Summer heat and humidity are about to attack North Florida again. You know what to do. Call Mike Merritt. Mike Merritt's Heating and Air has a license to chill. When heat and humidity are attacking you, Mike Merritt provides a comfortable chill at a bargain price. Mike has been keeping North Florida comfortable for 30 years. Mike Merritt technicians are never paid commissions, meaning you'll never be pressured to buy something you don't need. And Mike Merritt knows cooling issues can arise anytime. They don't just happen during business hours. So Mike Merritt never charges overtime fees. When you need us, we're here for you. Remember, in the fight against heat and humidity, Mike Merritt has a license to chill. Visit merrittair.com. Florida license number CACO 50384.
Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here. If you like discounts and special offers, then you need to jump online right now and head to tireoutlet.com/offers. How about $25 off a $75 purchase? I'm no math major, but that sounds pretty much like a 33% discount to me. And you'll find at least 10 enticing offers which you can take advantage of. So log on now at tireoutlet.com/offers. Only through the end of summer. Get your $25 off coupon and much more. That's tireoutlet.com/offers, where you'll find wholesale prices and premium service.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Andrew Gibson for 1010XL. This update brought to you by Garber Auto Mall. Last week, Jaguars left tackle Cam Robinson was activated off the physically unable to perform list. It's great to have him back, that according to John DeFilippo, the Jaguars offensive coordinator.
He loves football, and he brings an energy to the field, and he was really great when he was hurt, being enthusiastic and those things, but I like seeing him out there enthusiastic playing. And so, we're really happy to have him back for sure.
John DeFilippo, the Jaguars offensive coordinator, that courtesy of Jaguars.com. Rookie running back Raquel Armstead has cleared concussion protocol. Alfred Blue spotted in a walking boot today. At 4:01, 84 degrees. Your time and temperature brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller. More of the Frangie Show coming up.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
It's an all-purpose staffing Monday. If you're looking for a position or if your business is looking for qualified employees, your answer is all-purpose staffing.
Remember when the national championship came down to who AP had first? Yeah. That was the title that mattered.
That was huge.
It was the only title. I mean, up until not that long ago, the only title that matters is did you win the Associated Press National Championship. There was no playoff. There was no BCS. There was no coalition. There was no alliance.
And if the preseason poll came out and you were beyond about 16, you had no chance.
Right.
No chance.
So the AP chose the champion of college football. So the AP poll is out. You kids had a little peek at it. Anything grab you?
I was surprised that Florida State didn't get a single vote. I mentioned it when we saw the coaches poll, and I think they had a few votes in that. And it was at the time I thought, well, maybe there's something to this. People in the coaching profession think Willie Taggart really is overrated. There was that poll that came out before last season that was conducted. And I apologize. I forget the media outlet that did the poll. It might have been CBS Sportsline, Dennis Dodd, but it was a poll basically on a lot of different things that they polled coaches about, and Taggart was the most overrated coach, which then played out in a disappointing first year. So it kind of made sense as to why Florida State maybe in the coaches poll didn't receive a lot of love. I was a little surprised they didn't get any votes in the AP Top 25 because, again, I think it depends on as a voter how you vote, but I always like to vote as what I think might happen. And if I had a vote, I don't know that I'd say that I definitely would have put them in, but if I really sat down and looked at it, I think they could go 9-3. And if you go 9-3, you're going to be ranked. So I was a little surprised just to go with a team that didn't get any votes at all. I was surprised that we saw UAB get 3 votes, Oklahoma State, Appalachia State, sorry, Gibby, Arizona State, Arizona.
Gibby, that wasn't necessary.
Yeah,
Well, Gibby, I'll
Memphis.
handle him. Don't worry about that, okay?
But nothing for the Noles. That kind of surprised me.
Well, I think it was interesting to me that number 4 and number 5 both declared their starting quarterback today as the AP Top 25 was rolled out. To me, not too many surprises because this is kind of what we've seen from polls throughout. I think Oregon at number 11 is looking at a chance to try and make the college football playoff for the first time in a few years, and that's a really good starting spot. But as far as the top, again, I've said it before, Michigan I don't think deserves to be ranked ahead of Florida at this point based off of how both seasons ended and what they're bringing into this season. But for the most part, I think it's pretty close.
All right, there's 62 voters, all right? Now, there are 67 voters or 65 voters in the coaches poll, 62 voters in the media poll and the AP poll. And I didn't go here with the coaches, but I will go here now. There are 62 voters, okay? 10 of the voters voted Alabama over Clemson. What did you see, and what do you know that the rest of us didn't, after Clemson rolled Alabama? Yeah, they lost a bunch of defensive linemen, but Alabama lost a bunch of people too. They both returned their quarterbacks. Clemson's is better. Sorry, but he is. They're both wonderful quarterbacks going very high in their respective NFL drafts. Clemson has an easier path, clearly, to get to this game. What 10 guys said, no, Alabama's better? What have you seen that I missed? That I'm going to vote Alabama ahead of Clemson unless you work for the Birmingham News, Birmingham Press, Tuscaloosa Herald, right? I mean, what?
I think Saban has them on speed dial.
I guess. But I mean, what do you see that you said, no, I saw Clemson and Alabama last year. I'm going Alabama.
Well, is it possible that they went off of history? In the past 15 years, only 2 preseason AP number 1 ranked teams went on to win the national title, Alabama in 2017, USC in 2004.
I guess.
So are they just sticking with history?
I think they're worse SEC homers than me is what I think.
Well,
that's what I think.
Yeah, and if you're putting Alabama ahead of Clemson, you're doing what I'm talking about. You're forecasting what you think is going to happen because there are voters that, and this frustrates me, but there are voters that will vote pretty much solely off of how last season ended, and they won't take into consideration a lot of attrition and things like that. So I get it. Alabama might have more top 100 draft picks than Clemson, but as long as Clemson has Trevor Lawrence, Clemson is the number 1 team in the country. I mean, this is a kid that, I mean, was nothing short of remarkable against Alabama as a true freshman. Now he's got an entire offseason. It's Alabama's got a great team. Clemson should be number 1.
If you haven't seen the poll, Clemson, Alabama, Georgia, Oklahoma, Ohio State. No surprise. Those are the 5 teams that most think are above the pack and have been for a while. LSU 6th, same as the coaches poll. 7th, Michigan 7th, same as the coaches poll. Florida, Notre Dame, Texas. So the AP and the coaches are the same 1 through 10. Michigan, Florida, Notre Dame, Texas. Round out, or LSU, Michigan, Florida, Notre Dame, Texas round out the top 10. Which of those teams could fail? Is Florida the most likely to tumble? Is Texas the most likely to tumble? Notre Dame, who has to play in Athens? Of 6 through 10, who's most likely to take a swan dive in your mind?
I think it's LSU. I don't like Orgeron as a coach. I think Joe Burrow might be the most overrated player in the entire country from what I've seen over the last couple of weeks.
I do too, by the way. People are making him out to be Burt Jones.
Yeah,
I see that. I agree with you.
I don't understand it. And the schedule is treacherous. I mean, playing in that division, and I mean, it's incredibly difficult. They play, obviously, Florida from the East. So LSU is a team that I think you could look up and see that they've gone 8-4 and are hanging on at 22 going into the bowl season.
Well, I think it's number 5, not 6 or 10, because I don't think Ohio State under Ryan Day is going to be.
Yeah, why do you not like Ohio? Well, you've been hard on Ohio State. What is it?
I think there's more pomp and circumstance about Justin Fields than actual real good game manager or even really good quarterback. I think he'll end up being a better game manager than really good quarterback, I should say. I think Urban Meyer left kind of a wave, a stench almost, a wave of bad things, and we haven't discovered them maybe quite yet. And I didn't see anything out of Fields in the spring game. So I'm putting all the pieces together that they're going to be lacking the coach that they've won with, and Ryan Day is going to be a nice guy, but they're going to have a new coach in a couple years.
Did Utah swan dive after Urban left?
I wouldn't say that, but
Florida took a swan dive.
Right.
Florida jumped off the cliff.
Utah didn't, but they got lucky because the guy they handed it to, Whittingham,
was very good coach.
Is very good and is still there.
Yeah.
So they were able to maintain that stability. They were able to maintain the identity of the program. They went into a major conference after Urban left, which really helped. So I think, but to that point, they haven't been undefeated playing in the Fiesta Bowl, to my knowledge.
Right.
I think they've had some nice wins under Whittingham, but I don't think they've had anything close to the year Meyer had before he came to Florida.
They're ranked 14th. They went 9-5 last year. Utah.
What were they? Look up Utah 2005, 6, and 7. I'm just curious what Utah. Do a season by season look at Utah. What were they? And now look, Urban brought them to heights they never had before either. Okay, it's not like Urban leaving took down a once proud program. He made them as good as they've ever been, probably. So what were they in 05, 06, 07?
Whittingham was the coach in all 3 years, and they were 7-5, 8-5, 9-4.
Okay, so 7-5, 7-5, 9-4. And in the 2 years Urban was there?
10-2, 12-0.
Yeah, so they didn't swan dive, but they dove,
But then 2008, 13-0.
So
then 2 10-win seasons right after
okay,
that.
So Whittingham brought him back. They had the right guy replace him, but there was a little bit of a...
Then a couple 5-win seasons.
Yeah, so I'm not saying everywhere Urban leaves, they go in the tank, but it's interesting to take a look. Some quarterbacks were named, including one at Ohio State and one at Oklahoma. How will they do? That's our discussion point after this. Stay with us.
Now, the Lamb Rant, brought to you by the Best Bet Card Rooms at Jacksonville and Orange Park.
As Dan Mullen prepares to begin his second season as the Gators football coach, there's some concern he's building a roster through transfers instead of recruiting. Can you build an elite program and sustain it by signing transfers? Obviously, the best way to build a roster is through recruiting. But how many coaches can keep up with what Nick Saban at Alabama and Kirby Smart at Georgia are doing? They're loading up with 4- and 5-star recruits at every position. Mullen has recruited well, but nothing close to what those two have done. My advice to Gator fans is don't panic. Mullen likely will get more top prospects. But even if he doesn't, take heart in the fact that transfers, that's a new way of life in college football. Consider the fact that 33% of the 4- and 5-star quarterbacks signed in 2017 and 2018 have already transferred to other schools. Signing transfers is the new normal. Getting the best transfers is a good way to compete with master recruiters such as Saban and Smart.
The Frangie Show, live from the law offices of Brett Hastings Studio on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Sawyer Gas.
Hi, this is Ashley Mentor, Commercial Account Manager for Sawyer Gas. If you use propane to power your business, from forklifts to commercial kitchens, then contact us to learn how we can serve you. To learn more, visit us at sawyergas-fl.com or call our office at 904-296-8600. Sawyer Gas, where safety and service are our priority.
Sawyer Gas, driving every day with Sawyer Gas.
Warning. This product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. The world is changing. Isn't it time smoking changed too? Meet Vuse Alto, a vapor product offering you a satisfying alternative to cigarettes with long-lasting pods filled with liquid blended in the U.S. Vuse Alto delivers our highest performing vapor yet. Simple to use, surprisingly quiet, and impressively powerful. Vuse, leading the way today, tomorrow, and in the future. Underage sale prohibited.
Baloo here for the Blue Crab Crab House, once again voted the #1 crab shack in Northeast Florida. What about Sundays over there? You kidding me? $1.95 Bloody Marys, mimosas as well, up until 5 o'clock. Alex always playing live music right there on the deck. The best seafood in Jacksonville, the Blue Crab Crab House. They've been in Jacksonville for 23 years, right there on Julington Creek Road in San Jose. I'll see you at the Blue Crab Crab House.
Hey, sports fans, J-Dog has a deal for you. Get a 15% discount at J-Dog Junk Removal. We get it. The last thing you want to do this summer is move your junk. Hi, I'm Don, Marine Corps veteran from J-Dog Junk Removal. Let us beat the heat and get rid of your junk. Make the call now through Labor Day and get a 15% discount. Call today, 844-GET-JDOG, or go to jdog.com and type in your zip code. 15% off through Labor Day. JDog.com. Veteran owned and veteran operated.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists helps you be the best when you play and brings you
the best of the drill replay.
We're calling you exhibition games again. People might not remember, they used to be called exhibition games, and then they became one year out of nowhere, they became preseason games. So our first step in taking back our power is going to be to properly identify these preseason pillow fights as the exhibition games that they are.
Mornings on 1010XL.
Have you heard? It's official. Diamonds Direct has moved. Thanks to the way you've embraced our unique concept, we needed more room. So we've upgraded. We've moved to a brand new store that's 50% larger. It's off Town Center Parkway, just left of the Hyatt. You can't miss it. Our new showroom is state-of-the-art. Bright, spacious, modern, with gorgeous lake views and more fine jewelry than you've ever seen in one place. You're gonna love our new home. Same great people, same industry-leading warranties and guarantees, same unbeatable values, but now in a fresh new showroom with even more diamonds, more designer jewelry, more engagement ring mountings, more bands and bracelets and pendants and earrings. It's the best selection in all of Florida. At Diamonds Direct, our passion is celebrating love and new beginnings. And now we invite you to join us in celebrating this new chapter in our life. Diamonds Direct, upgrading your experience yet again with a spectacular new showroom. Now open off Town Center Parkway, just left of the Hyatt behind Firebirds.
Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here, and I want to know, are your drafty windows letting all that cool air right back outside? Will they protect your home from Florida's unpredictable weather? If not, then it's time for the peace of mind that comes only with Pella Windows and Doors. Pella offers durable wood, fiberglass, and vinyl products in various styles and designs to best complement your home. So visit the Pella of Jacksonville showroom on Phillips Highway next to Tesla, or find them at PellaJacks.com. That's Pella Windows and Doors at PellaJacks.com.
Baloo here for Keystone Automotive Paint. Of course, they are the distributor for Axo Nobel Sickens. We do want to congratulate the customer of the month. That is Claude Nolan Cadillac Collision Repair Center. They're on Southside Boulevard in Quality Circle. Been a Sickens user now for more than 20 years. Folks, to get Sickens and all other automotive paint, there's only one distributor right here in Jacksonville. Of course, I'm talking about Keystone Automotive Paint.
I'm Holt Harrell. Accidents are unpredictable, but you can call, email, online chat with Harrell & Harrell 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and we'll be available. Harrell & Harrell. Don't settle for less than you deserve. Offices, Jacksonville.
Let's have lunch with Leon.
Got any fried chicken?
former Jacksonville Pro Bowler Leon Searcy is serving up lunch on XL Primetime.
Weekdays from noon till 1:30. Brought to you by Wingstop.
Now I'm really hungry.
On 1010XL. This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
It's an all-purpose staffing Monday. If you're looking for a position or if your business is looking for qualified employees, your answer is all-purpose staffing.
Give them a call at 219-1515, all-purpose staffing. If you're looking for employment, call them today now. They provide good pay, definitely better than minimum wage. They're going to place you in the job that's just right for you. 219-1515, the number to call. If you need work, listen, you should... With all-purpose staffing around, you should never be out of work. Nobody, young, old, in between, nobody's out of work with all-purpose staffing around to help you. And I'm telling you, they'll find you a job right away. 219-1515. That is the number to call. So Justin Fields has a job. Jalen Hurts has a job. Did you see this stat today? Of the top 8 teams, have you seen the stat I'm getting ready to come up with? Yes, you don't. Mm-mm. Of the top 8 teams in America, 7 have quarterbacks who are either in or have been in the SEC. 7 of the 8.
It's hard to believe.
Yeah. Trevor Lawrence has never been in the SEC. Okay. Other than that, Tua is in it. They're ranked 2nd. Fromm is in it. They're ranked 3rd. Jalen Hurts just won the Oklahoma job. Justin Fields just won the Ohio State job. LSU's 6th. Shea Patterson is the Michigan quarterback, and Felipe Franks is the Florida quarterback. So teams 2 through 8 have a quarterback who either is playing in or has played in the SEC. Pretty interesting, isn't it?
It just means more.
It just means more. At the quarterback. And remember, once upon a time, the SEC's weakness was quarterback.
Had nothing.
Right.
And they won't get credit for Shea Patterson or Jalen Hurts or Justin Fields if those guys go on and be big-time NFL players when Justin Fields, the Ohio State University, and I'll have to stick my finger down my throat and puke because I hate that the Ohio State
was beautiful.
crap. But yeah, it is remarkable. That's a great stat. I had no idea, but yeah, I wonder how far it would even go down if there's any more. Obviously, you'd have other SEC teams, but Jacob Eason, 13.
Yep,
13. Washington.
How about that? So 12 and 13. Kellen Mond, Jacob Eason, well done. Auburn. There's a bunch of them. What you know is there's a bunch of them. That's a good point.
Yeah, but
I forgot about Jacob Eason.
Yeah,
we need to move them up to 9th. Keep the streak going.
Exactly.
Come on, Chris Peterson, win a few games here. So you think that Justin Fields is going to lay an egg, Brooks?
I do. I think he, if he was better, then he would have been able to go toe to toe with Jake Fromm, and I think he's a quarterback that might want to start running or might end up running it a lot more than passing it, and that can get you a little while until defenses figure it out.
See, Matt Hayes, and I love Matt Hayes. He's the best college football writer I know, but he said that. Now, I don't completely agree. His point was, if Fields was better, Kirby Smart would have found more time for him. I don't know if I buy that. I mean, you have Jake Fromm. Kirby doesn't strike me as a guy that wants to be alternating quarterbacks. I think you want to play one guy. So I don't know that I agree with Matt on that if he was better, he would have played more. You say he might have pushed him more.
Mm-hmm.
But I think once you win the job, you win the job in today's college football. We're not in the alternating quarterback era. There were those eras where quarterbacks ran in and out. We're not in that era now. So I don't know what to think of him. I don't. Jalen Hurts, I know what I'm looking at. Jalen Hurts is a tough-nosed, smart leader, good runner, okay passer, winner. Lord knows he's a winner. And if Lincoln Riley can get his passing game going, who knows? The sky's the limit for him. I find myself thinking that he's going to have a gigantic year at Oklahoma. I don't know what to think of Justin Fields.
I think Fields will be fine. I do think losing Urban Meyer is for whatever you think of him, he's one of the best to ever do it. So that can't do anything except negatively impact Ohio State. I mean, this isn't Bob Stoops, so I think he's a good coach, but I don't think Bob Stoops is one of the greatest coaches of all time. And they seamlessly went from Stoops to Riley. I do think it'll be difficult for Ohio State to not have Urban there, but I think in terms of this particular player, I think he'll be okay. They open with FAU, then Cincinnati, then at Indiana, then Miami of Ohio. So he's really got about a month to really get his feet under him, and he is going to have so much talent around him compared to the teams that he's playing that I think that helps. And I do think he was pushing Jake Fromm. I think it's why Jake Fromm played so terribly in Baton Rouge. I think he was legitimately worried that if he didn't get the offense moving, Fields was coming in. Because at that point, Fields was playing pretty much in every game. And then Georgia goes to Baton Rouge. Jake Fromm plays horribly. Very indecisive game. They lose. And it was almost like at that point, Kirby saying to Fromm, "You're my guy. Don't worry about Justin Fields." And then he rallied and was spectacular and finished out great. So, I think just because Justin Fields couldn't beat out Jake Fromm, I think, is an excellent collegiate player. That to me does not mean that he is not going to find success, particularly at a place like Ohio State, where I think a lot of the work is done for you at the quarterback position.
All right, let me take you through this. I'm back to the AP poll for a second, okay? Clemson, we said Lawrence never played in the SEC. 2 at Alabama, Fromm at Georgia, Hurts now at Oklahoma, Fields now at Ohio State, Burrow now at LSU, Shea Patterson now at Michigan, Felipe Franks. That's 1 through 8, and we said 7 of the 8 played in the SEC.
And even if Fields hadn't won the job, Gunnar Hoke, who transferred from Kentucky, would be the Ohio State
Very good point. So they have another quarterback. I didn't even think about that. So it's another quarterback. So the SEC. Okay. But 1 through 8, we can name the quarterbacks off the top of our head because I just did it, right? The 9th team is Notre Dame. Hayes, who's their quarterback?
Ian Book.
Lauren, the 10th team is Texas. Who's their quarterback?
It is
Sam Ehlinger. You know who it is.
Yeah, I know that.
I
wanted to say Colt McCoy.
Okay, but Ehlinger, everyone's made a big deal about him.
Yeah.
Oregon's the 11th team. Who's their quarterback?
Justin Herbert.
We just said Kellen Mond is the quarterback at Texas A&M. Washington, we just said Jacob Eason is the quarterback. Off the top of our head, we can name the starting quarterbacks for the first 13 teams. Can you do that every year?
No.
No chance. No chance I could do it every year.
Right, because Herbert came back. Otherwise, I don't think we would have had any idea who Oregon's quarterback is.
But the point is, 1 through 13, we can name every quarterback. Would you say all of those guys will be in NFL camps, all 13, without a question, right? Which one of those guys won't be in a camp? I'm not saying
probably.
They'll all be in an NFL. Those guys are all going to be in an NFL camp. I would venture to say most of them are drafted, okay? Maybe not high. Most of them are drafted. Are we rounding into a golden era of quarterbacks, sort of, and at least depth? I mean, again, we just ran off the top of our heads. Now we're in the business, but the starting quarterback for the top 13 teams in America, I can tell you right now, Trevor Lawrence, first overall. Tua's going to go very high, if not first overall. Jake Fromm, I think, is a first rounder. Jalen Hurts, I don't know, but I think he's drafted. I'm not sure how high. Same with Justin Fields. There's no doubt in my mind he's going to camp with someone. Joe Burrow, everybody loves him. Shea Patterson is going to be maybe a first rounder. Felipe Franks, the sky's the limit. He could be very bad, very good. Ian Book, probably not a first rounder because he's only 6 feet tall, but he's a winner. Sam Ehlinger is a 6'3" guy. I think could be a first rounder. Justin Herbert, you know, is a first rounder, maybe a top 5 pick. Kellen Mond, I don't know enough about him. Jacob Eason, I'm telling you, is a first rounder. It's a golden era of quarterbacks, right? I mean,
college football.
Well, that's my point.
Yeah.
I mean, it's. I think that you got to have quarterback play, and that made its way to college football.
It has, and you're already seeing the effects of that in the NFL. I mean, again, there was no other competition for Nick Foles. I mean, how often would you have seen that? And the depth at the quarterback position in college football is going to have an effect in the NFL, and you're already seeing it, which is why you're going to see some guys, whether it's a Jameis Winston, a Marcus Mariota, you're going to see some really talented quarterbacks that are going to soon be without jobs because there will always be teams that go 4-12 or worse in this league. There's only so many wins to go around, and those owners are going to say, go get me Tua, go get me Justin Herbert, go get me Trevor Lawrence, and it's just going to continue to flush everybody out. If you can't find a quarterback in the NFL over the next 3 years, if you don't have one, then you don't know what you're doing.
We'll take a break, talk a little baseball. Did you see the Little League game last night? Did you see the setting for it? Did you take a peek at it all?
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. We'll talk about that more on 1010XL and 92.5 FM, so stay with us.
The Frangie Show, live from the law offices of Brett Hastings Studio on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
For high school football play-by-play, it's 1010XL.
This is Coach Krause from the Bishop Kenny Crusaders. We kick off the season with our home opener at William H. Johnson Stadium versus the Fletcher Senators. Catch the play-by-play live at 7 on 92.5 FM.
Hey, look, if you hate buying a car, go to Nimnick Buick GMC. Because, number one, it's low pressure. They never, ever, one of the edicts at Nimnick is don't pressure your people. Show them what they can have. Help them through the process, but make it painless. They are not pushy. I promise you, Billy, that is a big thing to him. They are not pushy. They are low pressure. It's a low-pressure environment. You get treated the way you want to. And there's all kind of deals going on at Nimnick Buick GMC right now. The Super Summer Sale means 23% off 2019 GMC Sierra SLT Crew Cab trucks. It means 28% off 2018 Buick Encore SUVs. Low-pressure salespeople, nice folks that will help you through the process, and unbelievable sales as this summer super sale moves along at Nimnick Buick GMC. The bottom line is very clear. If you want a car and an easy car buying experience, a pleasurable one, you want Nimnick. Nimnick, your friends in the car business since 1941.
Come see the new showroom and new displays at the Kitchen and Flooring Design Center, located on Southside Boulevard across from Tinseltown. The friendly, experienced group of interior designers will help you transform your home. They specialize in kitchen design, bath design, and closet design. The Kitchen and Flooring Design Center is used by many builders, home remodelers, and assisted living communities in Jacksonville. Plus, you'll find brands like Timberlake, Dolltile, Mohawk, Craftmade, Cambria, Legacy, and tons more. Head to floorsandkitchen.com or stop by the Kitchen and Flooring Design Center today.
I'm attorney Charlie Wood with ATS Law Group and Attorneys Title Services. Our law firm is a modern, community-based law firm focusing on real estate law, construction disputes, business litigation and commercial collections. Whether you own a small or large company, ATS Law Group has the experience and know-how to solve your legal issues with personal concierge service. We have 4 locations around town, so we are always directly accessible when you need us. If you're a business owner and need legal representation, find us at atslawgroup.com.
There is only one summer and only one Honda Summer Spectacular event. We are pleased to announce that every Honda model is on sale during this event. Accord, Civic, CR-V, Pilot, Ridgeline, Fit, HR-V, and even the all-new Passport. If Honda makes it, it is on sale. The only thing better than summer, a Honda Summer Spectacular event going on now at your local Honda dealer. Don't miss it.
Honda, I like it. Oh yeah, I like it.
Instant Keys offers honest professional locksmith service for lost, broken, or spare keys. Call Instant Keys at 722-1111. Get dealer-level service in just minutes at a fraction of the cost. 722-1111.
Hicken here. Guys, I got to tell you, it's true. We just had the new air conditioning system installed at the house. We are cooler with Bueller. That's right. My wife did some research. Trust me, we compared. And at the end of the day, Bueller Air Conditioning, the clear choice. They were on time, friendly, professional from start to finish. Our new system is awesome. Take it from me. If you need air conditioning help, I recommend Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
License CAC 1816716.
Bueller Air. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Call Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road. We want to win your business with honest and upfront transmission service. I'm Robin Sidbury, the owner. That's a promise from me. Get traction. Call Action at 744-0755.
They're out to test our reputation as the best plumber in Jax, so we gotta play like the experts we are. Now, who are we?
Roland Reese Plumbing!
Now that's what a winner sounds like.
Customers always win with Roland Reese Plumbing at PlumbingJacksonville.com.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwoods. Clayton, let's talk about diamond cutting. How is a diamond price affected by the way it is cut?
Frank, that's probably the most important question asked about diamonds, because the trade-off between a diamond cut for maximum beauty and one that's not is the diamond's carat weight. You see, diamond cutters buy rough diamonds based on quality and weight. So as they cut the rough diamond, everything cut away affects profits. However, there's specific known cutting parameters, and each deviation from these means they have a heavier, less beautiful diamond. Unfortunately, a customer can't detect all those cutting imperfections. They need expert help about a diamond's cut grade. You see, for any round diamond of a particular color, clarity, and carat weight, there are as many as 10 different prices that can vary by as much as 50%. At Underwoods, we look specifically at how a diamond's cut before we look at anything else, because it's the most important factor when it comes to a diamond's beauty, and to us, whether it should carry the Underwood name or not.
Hey Jacksonville, Safety Tom here with Remedy Staffing. With the heat blazing, it's time to break out the cold water, fruits, and veggies. Put away the large hot meals for lunch, and grab some shade in a nice cool area during breaks at work. If you're new to the job, pace yourself. This goes for at home as well. Long days at the beach, kids' sporting events, doing work around the house. Keep the water flowing for you and your family. And remember, don't wait until you're thirsty. Drink plenty, early, and often. These are just a few simple tips for staying cool and hydrated from Remedy Staffing.
Hi folks, Frank Frangie here for Stanley Pools. I've told you for the longest time, if you need a new pool, it's Stanley Pools. Call them at 269-7277. New pools, remodeled pools, pavers, fire pits. They do it all, and they do an outstanding job. And they have done it in this town since 1988. It is a true family business, and they truly are the best in the business. I trust Stanley Pools. Call them today, 269-7277 for the best in the business, Stanley Pools.
Regency Electric Company seeks electricians and foremen with great benefits like paid vacation, paid holidays, paid life insurance with health, dental, vision, company match 401k plus end-of-the-year bonus. Call 485-4096, regencyelectric.com.
Let's have lunch with Leon.
Got any fried chicken?
Former Jacksonville Pro Bowler Leon Searcy is serving up lunch on XL Primetime.
Weekdays from noon till 1:30. Brought to you by Wingstop.
Now I'm really hungry.
On 1010XL. This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
It's an all-purpose staffing Monday. If you're looking for a position or if your business is looking for qualified employees, your answer is all-purpose staffing.
So did you watch some Little League last night?
And Gene Fournette comes to the plate.
Yeah.
That's right.
Walk-off charity. Home run derby. Walk-up music.
That was it, wasn't it? How about that?
I forget what his first choice was, but then everyone teased him.
It was something. It was a Sinatra song.
Sinatra, yeah.
That's right, My Way.
Yeah.
That's right.
I did get a chance to see just a smidge of it. I saw Buster Olney interview Bell and Bryant. That was cool to see them from their Little League playing days. And, then I flipped back 15 minutes later, and you guys were down 4-0.
Yeah, we played well. We played. Someone asked me today. Beef goes, hey, what happened? What happened? Have you been watching the last 2 months? Here's what happens. We're 7-28 since the break. That's what happened. But what a cool setting. Baseball did a really good job with that. It was, baseball has long fretted or feared or lamented the fact that it is losing people. It's losing young people. It's one of the reasons we started walk-off is to make sure kids in all area towns have an opportunity to play and are exposed to it, and we can help them along by maybe giving them a glove and teaching them a little bit about the game. That's why we did it. But baseball, bigger than just some guy's charity in Jacksonville, a bunch of people's charity in Jacksonville, is worried nationwide about losing its young people. What a great way to connect. It's really a cool thing. If you didn't watch it, the Cubs and the Pirates were this year. Next year, I think it's the Yankees and the Orioles. Is that right? I know it's the Orioles. It's either the Red Sox Orioles or Yankees Orioles. I know the Orioles are one of the teams. But anyway, so they both fly in, and they fly in early in the day on Sunday, and it's going to be two teams that are kind of nearby because someone's got to give up a home game and a close road game. So they fly in to Williamsport. They show up at the park where all the Little League World Series is going on. They show up at the Little League Park, which is like 2 miles from where the minor league park is, and they show up at the Little League Park, and they hang out with the players, and they play catch with them. And Chris Archer's playing catch with one of the pitchers, and Chris Bryant, Anthony Rizzo's playing catch with these guys, and they're talking and hanging out with these guys they watch on TV all the time. And you know who the star was? Did you see who got all the votes? By far, the most popular player in the big leagues, according to. Did you see this?
Baez?
By far.
Yeah.
More than Bryce Harper, Aaron Judge. By far, your favorite big league. He lapped the field. Gibby, did you see that last night?
Yeah, it makes sense. He's a terrific player, really flashy. It makes sense.
He lapped the field in terms of when they asked all these little leaguers from all over, who's your favorite big league player? I wouldn't have guessed that. And now that I see it, I think, okay, it makes sense. He's flamboyant. He's kind of a cool guy. But I wouldn't have thought that at the time.
Well, and maybe because he's more accessible in the sense that he's not Aaron Judge, who's 6'8". It's like if you're a little kid, you can look at Javi Baez and say, I could become that.
Could be. Yeah, you're right. Good Paul.
He plays for a recognizable team.
Right.
None of them probably said Mike Trout for the Angels. By the way, it is Red Sox Orioles.
It is Red Sox Orioles.
Yeah, so you're close.
And Trout was second, but it was but Baez doubled him.
Interesting. I'm surprised even Trout made the list.
Trout was second, but Baez doubled him. So, but it was this cool thing, and I'm Joe Madden goes down the hill. It was pretty cool. Goes you see on down the hill on the cardboard. Then Rizzo goes down the hill, and it really, and even the game itself. Gibby, did you watch any of the game?
I did. Yeah.
If you looked at the camera, the home plate camera, right behind center field were houses and neighborhoods.
That's awesome.
That was so cool. I mean, in big league stadiums, you just see cities or like big league stadiums. But it almost looked like San Souci Ballpark. You come to San Souci Baseball Park, okay? If you leave the yard, you're going into somebody's yard, okay? That's what happens. All right? Well, that's how this was. You had a home run, it was going to somebody's yard or on a street. It was a neighborhood street. I thought it was the coolest thing going. Baseball finds a way to connect, and they're trying really hard to do that. I thought it was one of the neatest things else. Did you watch any of it?
I saw some of the stuff today from it, but I didn't watch it live last night.
How about Mitch Keller's graphic where it was like favorite player growing up as a kid, and it's Mike Trout.
It was right.
But it's like what?
Well, favorite because I told you the story about him. By the way, Mitch Keller. Did you watch him at all? Did you see him?
Very little.
He's younger than the Little League players. I mean, it's unbelievable how young he is. They even comment on it. But I thought the whole thing was cool. I thought the Little League uniforms were cool. I mean, they wore uniforms that looked like Little League uniforms.
Mm-hmm.
Why did Rizzo love the Japanese shortstop?
Saw him make a great play.
Okay.
He said he saw the Japanese shortstop make a great play and said, I want his autograph. So when he hit a home run, they retrieved the ball and gave it to Rizzo. Rizzo wanted to sign it and give it to the Japanese shortstop. So he asked Yu Darvish, though, to be the translator. And so they brought it. I'm telling you, all that stuff is just really cool. Kids in baseball think it's neat. And both teams really embraced it. I say this, those Cubs guys, for all I don't like about grandstanding Madden, he's great in that setting because he's charming and he's charismatic, and Baez was, and Rizzo's the best. Rizzo might be the best guy in the league as far as just a good guy. You know, and Bryant was really good. It was a cool setting for sports have to find a way to reach out to young people. They really do, because that's what's going to keep the sports popular and flourishing and everything they are now, and it was as good as I've ever seen.
Well, and I think if you're a Pirates player and you said you're 7-28 since the All-Star break,
like that, yeah, 7-26.
At times you start to feel, I'm sure, downtrodden and depressed that here comes another game and you're probably going to lose again and the other team's going to whoop you at times. And then this reminds you that it is a game, and for a living you literally get to play a game, and seeing those kids and their joy, I think it kind of helps you focus and center yourself and go, okay, my life's really not that bad. Yes, it's a losing baseball team. We thought we were going to be better than this, but it's really not that bad.
Yeah, I think that's part of it, but I think both teams sensed it. You could see when they interviewed both, because I think part of it's right. You forget about the bad for a day and see the joy in these kids' faces. But I think one good thing I think Major League Baseball players are pretty good about, football players probably too, but baseball players are really this way because of the dollars. You don't have to stop very long and think, wait a minute, I'm a multimillionaire set for life. I can deal with the fact that we lost to the Cardinals 10-2. But I think your point's good. But all those guys, you could see all of them. You could just see that it was a really cool thing for them. So it truly was a fun thing to watch. I'm going to keep it on baseball for just a second or two. When we get to the top of the hour, by the way, you're going to hear from some key Jaguars, including Calais Campbell, possibly the face of the team, the leader of the team. Hayes caught up with a number of the key players. That comes up in the 5 o'clock hour when we get it back to football. More Hardball in a moment on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
The Frangie Show, live from the law offices of Brett Hastings' studio on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Man, if you want to have a fun night out, head to Alhambra Theater and Dining, an iconic location in Jacksonville, on Beach Boulevard, just off of I-295, near the town center, really easy to get to. And boy, we have a good time. People are raving about Mamma Mia. Mamma Mia is one of the great plays of all time, one of the great musicals. The music of ABBA, so wonderfully acted out, you will love it. And they do a great job here at Alhambra. Now, not only just a great musical, but a 3-course meal, food you're going to love. Just a fun dining and entertainment experience for you right here in Jacksonville. Call the number to get the ticket, 641-1212, or log on to alhambrajacks.com. A really fun night out, very affordable, easy to get to, very efficient, great food and great fun. What are you waiting for? Call the number today. 641-1212, or log on to alhambrajacks.com. Go have a great night out. Go to Alhambra Theater and Dining.
On and off the field, at home, on the road, practice or game day, Hayes Carline covers the Jaguars daily on the all-new 1010XL.com. 1010XL.com.
Have you heard? It's official. Diamonds Direct has moved. Thanks to the way you've embraced our unique concept, we needed more room, so we've upgraded. We've moved to a brand new store that's 50% larger. It's off Town Center Parkway, just left of the Hyatt. You can't miss it. Our new showroom is state-of-the-art. Bright, spacious, modern, with gorgeous lake views and more fine jewelry than you've ever seen in one place. You're gonna love our new home. Same great people, same industry-leading warranties and guarantees, same unbeatable values, but now in a fresh new showroom with even more diamonds, more designer jewelry, more engagement ring mountings, more bands and bracelets and pendants and earrings. It's the best selection in all of Florida. At Diamonds Direct, our passion is celebrating love and new beginnings. And now we invite you to join us in celebrating this new chapter in our life. Diamonds Direct, upgrading your experience yet again with a spectacular new showroom. Now open off Town Center Parkway, just left of the Hyatt behind Firebirds.
Hey, Hicken here, and I know you've been dreaming about an amazing outdoor kitchen area, but maybe you need to see the options first. Go visit my guys over at Construction Solutions and Supply. The showroom is at 5225 Edgewood Court. I've been there. It's unbelievable. They'll help you create the perfect outdoor kitchen your wife will love, your friends will envy. Here's my tip. Ask them to show you the Fire Magic outdoor grills. Oh, boy. Now you're cooking. Visit Construction Solutions and Supply. Call 389-2700, 389-2700.
All offers are with approved credit and not in conjunction. See dealer for complete details. Summer clearance event.
Turbocharge your savings and enjoy real car buying power at your #1 hometown dealer, Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Bay Meadows. Drive a brand new Ram truck and save up to $12,000 off MSRP. You save up to $12,000. Set a new course this summer in a Jeep Compass. Yours today from just $209 a month. Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Great selection, great deals all month long. I-295 and Bay Meadows.
If you're facing surgery or taking medications for erectile dysfunction, there is an alternative solution, Core Wave Therapy. This is Dr. West, board-certified urologist with the McKeever Clinic. With Core Wave Therapy, you'll experience an ED solution with many benefits over traditional therapies such as surgery or pills. The procedures are short, painless, and have no downtime.
Call 355-6583 or visit McKeeverClinic.com. That's MCIVER. McKeever Clinic, innovators in urological care since 1921.
Duval. 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
This Jaguar season, how would you like an all-inclusive air-conditioned suite for your tailgate? Mike Dempsey here for Party Shack. It's a turnkey setup that means no prep on your end. You can host clients, staff, and friends to catered food sponsored by Publix with a full bar, top deck roof lounge, and best of all, air-conditioned comfort with 2 TVs in each suite. So take your whole office or group of friends to the top-of-the-line Jaguars tailgate experience. Book your company's Party Shack suite right now at jacksvillage.com. jacksvillage.com.
When you need a trusted plumber for your home,
call TNT Plumbing.
You'll always have a licensed plumber in your home with TNT. Call or text 508-3455. 508-3455.
TNT Plumbing, quality craftsmanship, and dynamite customer service.
Hacker here, and Labor Day means big sales if you're looking for a mattress or a recliner. Now through September 9th, save up to $400 on select mattress sets at Mattress Recliner Fit 123. Going on now, get exclusive Posturepedic technology and Sealy Chill technology and save. This deal won't last. Come today and save guaranteed lowest prices on Sealy Chill, plus a $200 gift with a Sealy hybrid purchase. It's Mattress Recliner Fit 123. Find the fit for you.
At Farah and Farah, we take pride in the fact that many of our new clients are referred to us by former clients. Farah and Farah, protecting you and your family. Call us at 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Let's have lunch with Leon.
Got any fried chicken?
Former Jacksonville Pro Bowler Leon Searcy is serving up lunch on XL Primetime.
Weekdays from noon till 1:30. Brought to you by Wingstop.
Now I'm really hungry.
On 1010XL. This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
Back to an all-purpose staffing Monday, staffing your business with qualified employees. It's all-purpose staffing.
And the qualified part is important. You don't want to have an employee show up and not be able to do the job, so that's why you call Dan at All Purpose Staffing 219-1515, and he will make sure that your employees go through background checks and they are qualified for the job. Again, 219-1515. Over the weekend, it was Dodgers-Braves. Braves won the series, and Gibby, could you believe that your bullpen actually played well?
No, I couldn't, to be honest. They're finally rounding into form. I think, 3 of the acquisitions they made, Chris Martin, Shane Green, and Mark Melancon, have all really kind of gotten better. Melancon is now the closer for the Braves. He saved 2 of the last 3 games, 2 of the 3 wins against the Dodgers. Mark Melancon saved. And by the way, I didn't realize this till the Braves broadcast pointed it out. Mark Melancon is, I think, 9 of 9 in his career in save opportunities against the Dodgers. For whatever reason, he gets in there and he locks them down.
I didn't know. A lot of that was probably with the Giants, where he was most recently, because that's what we played against. Look, here's what you get with Melancon. I know Melancon. He's not blowing anybody away. He's not throwing 98, okay? But he's not walking anybody. Gibby, you watched him much since he's been there?
I've watched him a little bit. I like the cutter he's throwing. Looks really good.
Throws a cutter. You ever notice it throws out of a windup until anybody's on?
Yeah, I have noticed that. He kind of rocks them on the mound a little bit.
He doesn't throw out, most relievers throw out of a stretch the whole time. He throws out of a windup until somebody gets on base.
It's different.
Yeah, he throws that cutter. He throws strikes. He's a guy with average stuff, but real toughness. He's mentally tough. Lauren, remember when he set up Grilly back in the days with the Pirates? He was a setup guy, and then when Grilly left, he became the closer, and he's good. So give me what's the net result of that? Confidence when you play the Dodgers, when the Braves play the Dodgers in the end game, or what?
Yeah, I think it's confidence. I think the other part, too, is the Dodgers didn't throw Kershaw or Buehler, two of their best, but they did throw Ryu, and he's having probably a better season than any of those guys.
Yeah.
And those guys are having really good years, too. I mean, Ryu came into the game with like 14-1 with a 1.3 ERA. He's been ridiculous this year. But I think it's confidence. I think for the most part, the bullpen being good, being competent, I guess you could say, is certainly something that they look forward to having going forward. But I think one of the things I take out of that, did you guys see what happened with Acuna? Snitker benched him.
Yeah, I was going to get to that. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, I think that might sort of galvanize this team coming out of this because he made that decision, and I can't say I would have done the same thing because if you're going to beat the Dodgers, I think you probably need Acuna when they're at full strength too. But, I think taken away from it, Frank, I think it is confidence.
Did you guys watch? Do you know what he's talking about with Acuna?
Yeah.
Acuna hit a ball that he thought was gone. So he kind of walked. He walked. He literally walked, and then it wasn't gone. It was a single. And then he got thrown out stealing, and Snitker took him out of the game. Number one, I'll tell you two or three things. Absolutely the right move. Absolutely. You've got to send a message. That doesn't just help your team. That helps Acuna as he grows. No, you can't do that. It's a great message. And I got two thoughts on it. Number one, good for Gibby. Do you agree with it, by the way?
I do. I think his position on it, and I agree. He can't do that in that situation. You have to run.
Yeah, but let me. So it's absolutely the right move. But let me say this too. I've watched the Braves closer just because of Gibby, because Gibby's so passionate about him and suffers with him and loves with him, and so I've tried to. And because I think they're developing into a story. Acuna's not some punk. He's not some bad kid that disrespects the game. He made one mistake. Don't you agree with that, Gibby? This isn't a bad guy. This is a guy that just he was asleep at the wheel a little bit, got caught up in his own moment. But I think that, you know what I mean? Some guys, this isn't Antonio Brown, all right? That's not who this is. This is a good dude that messed up one time.
I agree. I think with Acuna, his thing is that, I mean, look, the kid is so talented, and he knows he's talented. And sometimes he just has to, all right, it almost seems like an easy game to him. And baseball is such a hard game, but it seems like it comes easy to him, and he has to realize that, okay, you have to do what is right, and basically walking after you think you hit home run is not what you do.
Yeah, well said. That was a fun series. You watch any of it? Take a peek?
I didn't watch any of it. I was glad the Braves won the series, and now you start to look, Gibby, at what they have coming up. 3 against the Marlins, then 3 at the Mets, then a game at Colorado, then 2 against the Blue Jays, 3 against the White Sox, and 2 more against the Blue Jays. Magic number time, baby.
Well, that's a great little schedule there going forward. I mean, look, the Braves are going to win 115 games. With that schedule and the type of talent they have, they can do that. They can absolutely win 100-plus games, and I think they'll get there. And with this bullpen, if they can't be consistent, I don't think they'll make it very far. But I think with the talent they have offensively, especially, they can go make a run.
You know how good the Dodgers have been? If, let's say, in the last 13, 14, 15, 13, 14, last 7 years, the Dodgers, let's say 88 wins is the threshold. That makes you 16 games over, okay? 90 wins is hard to get to year in and year out. But let's say 88 wins is the threshold. The Dodgers obviously are going to get to 88 wins. Hell, they're already at 82, okay? They're probably going to win 105 games. The Dodgers will have won 88 games 7 years in a row. Only team in baseball to do it. You know that?
Ever?
No. Right. It's the only team. No.
The active streak.
Yeah, the only team to do it. 88 games in a row, 7 years in a row. By comparison, when the Yankees in this get to, obviously they're going to do it too. The Yankees are going to easily do it. When the Yankees get to 88 wins this year, how many times in the last 7 years do you think they will have done it?
2.
3. Okay? There'll be 3 times. That's it. The Red Sox will not get there this year. So you know how many times they'll do it over a 7-year period?
4.
4. Think about that now, okay? The Braves are going to get there. You know how many this will be for the Braves?
1.
3. It'll be 3. They did it in 14, Gibby, I think, somewhere thereabouts. And then they did it. They won 90, I think, last year. So think about that. Think how these are great franchises. That's how good the Dodgers have been.
It shows you that they are efficient spenders of the money.
Well, that and they have this great farm. So it doesn't matter you know what? They traded Matt Kemp and Yasiel Puig and they're going to win 110 games, because they got the next guy and the next guy. And they have the best farm. They've got this guy, what's his name? Gavin Lux?
Yeah, shortstop. He's batting like 500 in AAA.
He's like the best player in AAA, and they don't have a place for him.
Right.
He's like the best player. Any other team, he'd be up batting third for
That's
him.
the guy you wanted if you were going to give up Vasquez.
Well, we were all about the Pirates wanting him, and I thought, man, why can't the Pirates get him? I was all because I'm reading all the Pirates websites, and let's get Gavin Lux, and they're not going to give him up. Then I kept reading. Then I started reading Dodgers websites. Every team's tried to get him. I thought I was caught up in my team because I was reading about my team. Every team's tried to get him. So that's how good they have been. That every year there are 88, 90 wins. Every year.
But they're sort of baseball's Buffalo Bills.
Correct.
If they can't get it done this year.
Yeah, which is realistically, are they better than the Yankees or the Astros? Maybe not, right?
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't win the World Series.
Yeah.
They're a really deep team. I consistently every single night look at the Astros and wonder how anybody's going to beat them.
Yeah,
I do because their lineup top to bottom is unreal. It really is. And the pitching we talked about with Greinke and Cole, it's just Verlander. I don't know. I think the Dodgers will be right there, but man, the Astros are so good.
The National League wild card is going to be unbelievable. There's like 6 or 7 teams all lumped in there together. It's whoever has that final push, Gibby. It's going to be an amazing. The National League wild card race is you don't have to worry about it. The Dodgers don't have to worry about it. Other than that, everybody's in it. You know that?
Yeah.
You take the Dodgers and the Braves out of the mix. The Nationals, Phillies, Cardinals, Cubs. Here's win totals in the here's records in the National League. Take the Braves and Dodgers out of it. Nationals 67 and 56. Phillies 64-60. Mets 64 and 60. Cardinals 65 and 57. Cubs 66 and 58. All Brewers 64 and 60. All lumped in there together. And it's only 3 teams of that group could make it. In the American League, Yankees are good. The Astros are good. After that, and the Twins or the Indians, one of those teams are going to get there. Gibby, after that, you've got the Rays, who are still holding with 73 wins. The Indians at 74 wins. The Athletics at 71 wins. And I still say keep an eye on the Boston Red Sox, Gib, you think?
Yeah.
They're like about dead, right? They got the noose. The noose isn't quite tight yet. Their face is starting to get a little flushed because the noose is tightening. You think they're dead?
No, yeah. I don't think they're,
because you killed them in April.
Correct.
You're going to kill them again.
You know who's carrying the Red Sox is Rafael Devers.
He's got 100 already.
He has more RBIs than Mike Trout. He has more RBIs than anybody in baseball right now, and he's 20 years old. He's really good.
Now again, it's August 19th. They played us September 30th. There's a lot of games left. They've won 5 in a row. They're 67 and 59. They're chasing all of them now. They're chasing the Rays. They're chasing the Indians, assuming the Indians don't win the division. They're chasing the Athletics. They got a lot of teams to chase.
By the way, interesting to note, after the Astros beat the Orioles 23-2, they've then lost consecutive series. They lost to the White Sox 2 out of 3, and then they got not swept. They lost 3 out of 4 to the A's. Yeah. So the Astros, while we think, yes, they're so good, they haven't been playing well.
Well, the A's are very good.
Sure.
But the White Sox, they're asleep at the wheel.
Right.
No doubt. Let's get back to football. You'll hear from some key Jaguars players. That's after this on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.